So for me, depression and anxiety, kind of how I internalize and think about it, it's like carrying a really large mass of dirty laundry. Like each little stressor that I have, each little like thing I need to do, each thing I've forgotten to do, just like piles on, and each thing by itself isn't that big of a deal. But when it all comes crashing down, it just becomes too much to handle. It's like you're just being thrown. You pick it up, you try to get it all together, and you just drop it, and it's just like you're carrying this weight everywhere, and it's like nobody else sees it, and you're just trying to do your best to move around while burdened by like just so I don't know. It's just like once that pile is just there, it just makes like all other aspects of life more difficult. Like just going to school becomes you're sitting in class and all you can think about are all these things that you haven't done and all these things that you need to do and all these people that you've disappointed and all these just things, and you can just get lost, and time can go by, and you can just miss like what's going on, and then somebody will reach out and try to make that connection, but you're so.
Are you okay?
You lie. You say, "Oh, I'm fine." You say, like, "Oh no, it's okay," and you're not. You're not okay. You just don't want to do your laundry in the street. Like, the idea of doing your laundry in the street is basically acting like the world's your therapist. And I don't want to put that burden on people, so I shut down and I lie, and this just doesn't help with friendship connections. Like, you find yourself, and it's like literally like a physical barrier between you and the other person, and you just...
Yo, how you doing? I do.
It's hard to really describe what I'm feeling, because like the only feeling I'm certain about is uncertainty. I just know that everything's gonna change one second after the next, and I'll still have all these things I need to do, but more is gonna be added to it, and if I don't sit down and start taking care of something, I don't know, it's just... hard. You know, I lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks at the beginning of the summer, and I didn't gain it back until like a week ago. And I'm already thin. People were telling me I looked thin, and that was like really concerning. And yeah, I just didn't feel strong. I felt like that weight that I lost was muscle weight, and running has become difficult. Like, physically, and I just can find it hard to run. Like, sometimes it's just hard to get out of bed. It's hard to keep going when you feel left behind, and it's hard to keep waking up in the morning and doing something that is getting progressively more and more difficult, and you're feeling like it's getting harder, and you're getting more frustrated when you're struggling and you're falling behind, and they're all doing fine, and it's like that one sock that falls through the pile, you might not get noticed. It's hard. Yeah, you just moving on. You just gotta like pick yourself up, and there's these days that you do better. There's days it's like there's days that the laundry is folded a little bit better, and you can pick it up, but then, you know, you trip, something happens, and suddenly it's all there. It's just as big of a burden as it was before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so I gotta go, but it was really nice talking to you. I didn't realize you had gotten through something like that. And hey, I'm actually making a film on this subject. Would you want to be part of it? Yeah, no, we can talk about more later. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
My experience with anxiety and depression was like being trapped in an abusive relationship. It always had a hint of anxiety and depression in my life. It was like a childhood friend that just popped by every once in a while.
Hey, how's it going?
It was so easy for me just to throw myself into his embrace, not really knowing that he would eventually completely control and consume my life. Like most unhealthy relationships, it started out great. Or at least I thought it did.
You know it isn't helping, right?
He made me feel like it was only me and him in the universe. And that's just what I wanted. Without even realizing it, every other relationship that I had in my life faded into obscurity. I wanted it to be just me and him. To be our little secret. Or at least that's what he said I wanted. And everything that he said
Listen.
felt right.
I think the one thing that's really funny about this whole thing is that you don't recognize the fact that I'm the one trying to push you out there. I can put up with what you do, but at the same time, you just don't give it your all. And that's what really hurts me. And I wish it would hurt you as much as it hurts me. Because it is a tough thing to deal with. And that's the thing, is that you're looking at me right now and you're all upset. And how am I going to believe that when it's you all the time? It's just a constant stream. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're not hungry. You're not hungry. Right?
Are you sure?
Yeah, don't worry about it. You're not hungry. You're fine. You're not hungry.
Okay.
1 minute. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Did I come off weird talking to your dad? What about your mom? Do you think she liked me? No! The answer is no. Okay? Because I've talked to them. They thought it was weird the way you looked at them. They thought it was weird the way you avoided eye contact all the time. The way you prattled on about tennis club. The way you prattled on about looking in the mirror and thinking that body standards are some big-ass issue in today's society. They don't give a shit. Okay? You get that? No. I'm not even going to ask. Rhetorical question. You don't get that. Because I've had this conversation with you so many goddamn times to the point where I can't believe that you would go into any other conversation and try and change a little bit.
His words kept me awake and echoed in my head over and over again.
But I care enough for the both of us. Is that what it is? You're just going to all put it on me. It's like almost as if you don't want to try as much as I'm trying right now. I must be some sort of idiot because any other person would just walk out on you. I really want you to be out there and wonderful, but you're not.
I couldn't lose the thought of him. And that's how, when he told me to, I dropped the knife while he was still standing over me. But all the emotions that he'd blocked just came flooding back, and I collapsed to the floor and sobbed. For the first time in months, I truly and honestly talked to my mother and realized that I wasn't alone. I took control and chose to attend boarding school in Pennsylvania. I couldn't cut all ties with my depression and anxiety, but now that we were in a long-distance relationship, his grip on my life slowly began to fade away. I formed new friendships and began to realize that he had been lying to me. I was never alone. It was never just me and him. He never loved me. It had just blinded me to all the other love that was out there for me. I unfortunately can't say that we've completely lost contact, because he was such a huge part of my life for so long that I don't even ever know if I'll be truly able to let him go. And every once in a while, when I'm alone, he'll call me up. It's just that now I'm better at putting down the phone.
I hear them talking, I know you hear them too. Just remember, every time they point a finger at you, they got 3 fingers. They're pointing right back at themselves. Mama always said failure wasn't falling down. Failure was staying down on the ground. Mama's gone now, but you still get up every time.